Good day, everybody. My name is Jim McBride, and I'm Charleston City Councilman for District 3, which is Johns Island and part of James Island. And this is episode 7 of my YouTube videos designed to educate and inform the populace and the voters and the constituents of Johns Island and James Island District 3 and the greater Charleston area. So, episode 7, today's topic, June 4th, 2024, is Main Road Corridor Segment C Explanation Part 2. Episode 6 was Part 1. To film that in mid-May. And now we're talking early June. And I'm getting this out now because public comments online are allowed by the county through 14 June on Main Road Corridor Segment C. And I'll explain everything in a second here. So those are this first website up here is where you can go read about Main Road Corridor Segment C, and then same website / contact is the contact form that the public can fill out to let your voices be heard about what the county chose as their plan for Main Road Corridor Segment C. If you don't know what Main Road Corridor Segment C is, go to Part 1, Episode 6, or just keep listening. All right, so for videos like this and other ones, you can go to votejimmcbride.com, and you'll see all kinds of hopefully informative information. District 3 is in the orange, and that's in the city portion. Everything that's not a color is not incorporated, or in the county, and the county overlaps as well. Charleston County overlaps, but the portions that are not in the city are not colored. So this is Johns Island. This is James Island. Okay, the area we're going to be talking about today is in County District 8, which is your county councilman is Joe Boykin for this area. Go to that website. You can see how to contact Councilman Joe Boykin. All right, so what is Main Road Corridor Segment C? This is how the county depicts the overall Main Road Corridor Segment C. It's kind of confusing, but I'll explain it in a second. This is Maybank Highway, River Road, Bohicket, and then Main goes up here. The reason they have all this area here because they studied this whole area, and they were contemplating doing things on River Road and Maybank, etc. But what they decided to do for Segment C is focus on just this part of the project, which you'll see in a moment. Okay, so this is the map you've seen in other videos. All the red lines are state-owned SC DOT-owned roads that are managed, for the most part, managed by Charleston County. And as you can see there, that's an overlay of Main Road Segment C. So it just kind of gives you an orientation of where we're talking about. And I'm going to be focusing mostly in this area throughout this presentation using county maps for the most part. Going to zoom in, and again, the kind of the pastel orange area is the city incorporated area, and everything in white or outside of the orange is county unincorporated into the city. Okay. And then I'm going to focus from this project, which covers a large portion of Bohicket and this intersection and some other areas. But because the part that's in the city is generally right here, that's mostly what I'm going to focus on. But you'll be able to focus on when you go to the county website, the whole project. Okay, there's the north seeking arrow there at the top, straight up. That's because in the next maps here momentarily, you'll see that the orientation of the map is different. Okay, so Main Road Segment C, project background. This is in the last video, just a recap really quick. This is funded from the 2016 Transportation Sales Tax Ordinance. You're hearing about another transportation sales tax for 2024. That'll be on the ballot this November for other projects, which will be in another video. So 2016 paid for segment C is what we're talking about, which is intersection of Bohicket Road, Maybank Highway, and extends to Betsy Carrison Parkway. And this website is how you can read all about it. All right, so in this process of developing segment C, all these things have been done starting as far back as 2019 and actually earlier. And in May, just last month, they had a public meeting, second quarter 2024, public in-person meeting on Johns Island to show some of the things I'm going to show you now in this video. It was a one-time meeting, and now we're kind of in between this and this, where they're accepting public comment until June 14th, 2024. All right, so how did the county select the recommended preferred alternative? There's a list of the things they looked at: impacts on environmental resources, such as streams and wetlands, ability to accommodate anticipated future traffic volumes, potential property relocation impacts, and overall project cost. So there's several alternatives they looked at over several months, and alternative 8 is the one that the county chose. They claim it's kind of a combination of alternative 1A and alternative 6. And those are the factors they looked at to make the determination. Look at that for a moment. This video, by the way, is much easier to follow along on a laptop or a PC instead of your phone. So I got a lot of data here. All right. So the recommended preferred alternative, again, alternative 8, involves widening Bohicket Road from about a quarter mile west of Edenville Road to a half mile west of Brownswood Road, with sections of a 4-lane roadway with a center turn lane, sections of a 4-lane divided roadway to minimize impacts to grand trees, sections of a 5-lane roadway with a center turn lane to minimize impacts to residences in the more densely populated areas of Bohicket Road. That's a mouthful. I got it. You'll get to look at this in more detail if you go to the website. They're planning on adding a multi-use path along the entire corridor from the intersection of River Road and Betsy Carrison Parkway to Clark Hills Circle. Intersection improvements along Bohicket Road at various intersections and roundabouts at the Edenville, Brownswood, and River Road intersections. The county determined that alternative 8 has the second fewest wetland impacts and the second fewest floodplain impacts. It has the same amount of residential locations as alternatives 1A and 6, and the same number of commercial impacts as alternative 1A. Alternative 8 performed the best or tied for the best overall at relieving traffic congestion along the corridor and had the second lowest estimated cost to construct. So those are the determining factors why they chose overall alternative 8. Okay. As a side note, there's a unaffiliated non-government website called Rational Roads for Johns Island. That's the website to get to the overall website for this specific map, talking about what we're talking about. You can go to that link right there. And it kind of, in layman's terms, explains overall what the county's planning on doing. 3 roundabouts, a new bridge, where new roadways will be added, pedestrian walkway and Bohicket, etc. So that link will explain that in layman's terms. Is another alternative way to do it. So the disclaimer: it is not a county or a city website. All right, so when you go to the county site that I gave you at the beginning of this video, you'll see alternative 8, and it has 4 sheets that you can look at. So each of these sheets allows you to zoom in those areas in more detail. So we are going to focus on in this video. You can look at all the sheets on your own. We're going to focus on sheet 4 again because here's Maybank Highway, Maine, Bohicket. This is more or less where the city portion of this project is. Most of the rest of it is outside the city in the county, but this portion is mostly in the city, which is why we're going to focus on it. But it behooves you to look at the whole thing because it all impacts the city and the county simultaneously, obviously. All right, so when you click on sheet 4, this is what it looks like. And I'm going to focus on this video in that portion of it because that's mostly in the city portion. That's the intersection of Maybank and Maine and Bohicket. Okay, zooming in a little more. So north in this case is down to the bottom right, just for orientation. We have Maybank Highway, Bohicket leading to Main Road, and here's Brownswood. And you can see a proposed roundabout right there. One of the other alternate proposals had a roundabout here. They chose not to go with that one. So I don't want to get confused. The roundabout I'm talking about is on Brownswood and Maine, not on Maybank and Bohicket. I'm going to, just for orientation, this first one here, that's Sunrise Bistro. This is Blackbird Market. This is the city fire station on Bohicket. And there's the McDonald's, KJ's parking lot. Those be using those buildings as kind of a reference point throughout. Here's a legend that the county provides on their larger map, and I just kind of cut and pasted it on here so we can keep track of what's what. Let me zoom in a little more on this map. I'm going to zoom in to the right there. So that's this slide here. And I circled in green on the legend the things that apply to this map. So you can ignore the other things that don't apply. So this is again the Maybank, Bohicket, Main Road intersection. You have Sunrise Bistro, Blackbird Market, fire station, McDonald's. So things to pay attention to on this, anything in black on the road is proposed new roadway, existing roadways in gray. Okay, so anything in black is new proposed new roadway. They got proposed sidewalks and paths in purple. And I can't tell on this map which is a 12-foot path and which is a 5-foot sidewalk, but sidewalks and paths in purple. Proposed medians, you can see here they actually got medians on Maybank and Maine and Bohicket, which is something new that we don't have on Johns Island very much. We have a little one on a river that I can think of. Okay, something else to look at. So on the bottom right here in the legend, you see potential right of way or a new right of way. So it's a little thin, kind of brownish, orangish line there. That's what these are here. Okay. So these are thicker on the map itself. On the legend, it's really thin, but that's what these proposed new rights of way are on the map. That's important because, as you can see, the buildings that are proposed to be demolished potentially are the ones with the hash marks on them. So that again is Sunrise Bistro, Blackbird Market, fire station, I think has it too. That's off the map on this one. McDonald's does not have it, so that means McDonald's is not going to be impacted. So these buildings, because of the rights of way, encroaching into their parking lots and potentially into the building itself are why they're proposed to be demolished and moved somewhere else. The building owners and business owners would be potentially compensated by the county and the state to relocate elsewhere. This all is still in discussion, but that's what this means. So if it's got a hash mark on it, like these, it's proposed to be demolished because the rights of way encroaches on their current property area. All right. So again, I wanted this video to be pretty quick because you got part 1 and part 2, and you can go to the website. That's the most important thing. Go to the website, look at the maps, look at the sheets, try to digest them, understand them. Go to rationalroads.com if you want a good layman's explanation. Most important thing in this video, online public comments are accepted on and before June 14th. To do that, you go to that website, www.mainroadcorridor.com/segment-c/VPIM3/#contact. Go to that website and you can make your public comments known, and they do listen to public comments. So a lot of people watching this video already have strong opinions on this project. Some don't know much about it. Again, rationalroads.com has a lot of good background information, and you can go talk to try talking to the business owners at the intersection of Maybank and Main and Bohicket and get their opinion. But really just ask that you do the best you can to educate yourself and really share this video. Share this video with as many people that you think would care about this project. Share this with them. And the last one, episode 6, share as many as you can with as many people as you can. Okay, so City District 3 in orange again. Go to votejimcbride.com to get an interactive map of this and more. And thank you very much.